In this video we're going to look at how to do descriptive statistics and frequency distributions using SPSS, and we're following the instructions in 3.6, section 3.6 of the textbook. Here I'm going to get a copy. First of all, I'm going to get a copy of the data file. Now you can either prepare this yourself and there's or separate help on doing that, or you can download a pre-prepared copy of the data file from the online resource centre. Here, this data is the example data used in Chapter 3, and it's from Ranger Patrol task records collected by rangers in Tanzanian national parks. These are the columns of data, the variables. I'm just going to make this one a little bit wider so we can see all the words, and this one here a little bit wider so we can see all the words. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an example of how to do descriptive statistics and frequency distributions for one category like variable, and I could use location, and I'm going to do a second example with a continuous variable, and for that I'm going to use the mass of the first task. If you want to find out more about these data, it is all described in the example in the section on example data in Chapter 3. Right, so let's crack on with the analysis. Go to Analyze, Descriptive statistics, frequency distributions, and I'm just going to start with the categorical like variable, so location. I'm going to flick that over. You could do lots at the same time, but I'm just illustrating these things with one. You've got this display frequency table, so it will have some frequency tables in the output. Let's see if we can get let's have a chart with that, and the most appropriate one there is either bar charts or pie charts. You could do either. Continue. Statistics, let's tick everything we've come across so far, so quartiles, mean, median, mode, sum. What else do you recognise? Standard deviations, variance, range, minimum, maximum. Those are all things we've met in this chapter. I'm not going to use standard error of the mean. That's something we meet in Chapter 4, and you must remember this is an alternative route to be calculating that. In Chapter 4 we look at using a different different way to calculate estimation, which includes standard error, but it's also another route to calculating many descriptive statistics. There's generally more than one way to do things often in SPSS, and with experience you'll learn about these and decide which one you want for which circumstance. Okay, so we chose our statistics and our charts, and now all we have to do is press OK. And here we have, in the output, we have our descriptive statistics here, and our frequency table here, and here's our bar chart of the frequency graph of that table. Let's return to the data. So we've got it in front of us. Now we're going to do an analysis on a continuous variable. We're going to choose that first mass of the first task. So I'm going to go to Analyze, Descriptive statistics, frequency distributions, reset it, turn over our mass, the first task there. We've got our frequency tables displayed again there, although that's not such a great idea with continuous data, but we'll do it for illustration purposes. Statistics, let's tick everything quartiles to get into quartile range, mean, median, mode, central tendency, sum is everything added up, standard deviation, variance, range. These are our measures of variability. And charts, what we want in this case is a histogram. A histogram would be appropriate, and it's always useful to have the normal curve shown. So let's go continue. OK, and now in our output here we have the basic descriptive statistics here, including the interquartile range, which would be the difference between the 25th and 75th percentile. Here we have the frequency distribution table of the first task, and here we have the basic histogram, the frequency distribution graph of that. And that's all, we're done. You've done descriptive statistics and frequency distributions using SPSS. Well done.